Now introducing your Mohawk Mountaineers. At the forward position, number 3, Emmanuel Otong. At center, number 10, Milos Malajan. At forward, number 13, Ujo Asuka. At guard number 14, Matt Foster. And at guard number 23, Aaron Case. The officials for the game are Steve Foxcroft, James McNeil, and Georgia Resnick.
You are looking live at the sights and sounds here at the D-Bark Center here on your Friday evening. Mountaineers and Conestoga Condors going at it here in OCA men's basketball action. Greg Campbell bringing you through the action here on your Friday evening. We're off and underway here at the D-Bark. Mountaineers going to try and do what the ladies couldn't and top Conestoga. Matchup 3-2 zone here early on by the Mountaineers and Brian Jonker's squad. Otong is out right now, sizing out Simic. Ball's going to end up in the hands of Celia. Shut up! That's going to be missed. Hustle rebound on the play, almost heading into the Mountaineers bench. Jody Brown, the 6'3" shooting guard out of Kitchener, first year of eligibility. So starters for the Mountaineers: Emmanuel Otong, Milos Mlajan, Kujo Masuka, Matt Foster, and Aaron Case. And that three early on made by Masuka. Countering the other way, Parker Mills, Stefan Simic, Ifosa Abaganze, Jody Brown, and Tanuti Silla. Nice little crossover, slick move, right hand floater missed. High point rebound, Masuka. Kujo kicks it out. Straightaway three by Case. Shot missed. And good hustle here early on by the Mountaineers. Mountaineers trying to find a win here on home court. It's been tough to do so here early on in the season. Talking to head coach Brian Jonker before the game, said it was pretty much as big a game as you could get in terms of early season matchups. He says, frankly, we can only be saying that we're young as an excuse for so long, and we can't afford to give away any more home games. Well, so far, so good. They have a 3-0 lead here early on. Nice little dump pass underneath, blocked partially on the play, collecting his own rebound and missing is Brown. Case the other way. Dump underneath, Mlajan with the convert. Size coming in here early and often for the Mountaineers. 7:45 left in the first quarter here at the D-Bar. Mountaineers lead 5-0. Nice basket on play. Masaka with 5 here early on. trying to put the crowd in a happy place after it was a tough matchup to say the least for the Lady Mountaineers against the Condors, whose experience was just evident all over the floor in the 6 p.m. matchup. Foster is going to push the place. Otong handed it off. Oh, nice little Euro step. Foster off the glass and in. Matt Foster getting his name on the scoreboard here early. And it's a completely different script here in the men's game as Case with the turnover. Masaka has tried saving it. The ladies fell behind early and never were able to recover. The men Mountaineer right now up big, 9-0 with 6:53 left here in the first quarter. Steve Foxcroft, James McNeil, and Georgia Resnida taking us through OCA men's basketball action on the floor. Finally, the Condors get on the board. Case is going to push it up the other way. Breakneck pace here early on. Masoka with the adjustment misses, secures his own rebound. Ball ripped out of his hands on the play by Luke Woders, the 6'3" guard out of Orangeville. Bounce pass underneath, reverse layup up and in. Brown on the board. The 5-0 run here by the Condors, 4-0 run. 9-4, 6:15 left here in the first quarter. Mountaineers known for having to climb out of holes, trying to create a deficit for the Condors in the last couple of home games. Mohawk has had to turn it on late in the second half in order to get back into the contest. Completely different script here in this contest as they raced out to 9-0 lead. The lead remains at 5. Masuka is going to get the inbounds off Case. Back to Case. Pair of substitutions coming up for the Condors. Case into the lane off the right hand and tipped in by Mladjon. So the size battle, a factor here early on, but nice outlet pass. Brown converts on the other end, and that's textbook. Looking for Otong, he's gonna get the ball. Being sized up on the sideline by Simic. Trying to go between the lanes. Simic all over Otong. Otong follows by him. Nice little dump pass. Tried to get it into Mladjon. They're going to call it travel. So Simic all over Otong on that play. Forces the turnover and a little momentum right now by the Condors. We've gone on a 6-2 run since Mohawk opened up with a 9-0 lead to begin this Friday night contest. 5:10 left in the first quarter. Mountaineers lead by 5. Simic with the right wing 3 off the front rim. Otong to Foster to Mladjon, up and in. That's going to get the crowd on its feet. Milos Mladjon off that last convert, 15 points in his last contest. Masaka with the deep 3 missed. Getting the crowd on its feet here early at the D-Bark. Adjustment made on the play by Brown, couldn't convert. Case dump pass to Otong, skip pass to Mladjon. Oh, nice little touch pass. You can't draw it up any better than that, folks. Conestoga coming into the contest 0-4 on the season. The Mountaineers just ahead of them, having lost 3 straight at 1-3. Strong take on the play by Ofusa Abonze. Abonze trying to get something going here for the Condors, who trail by 7 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. OCA men's basketball action being brought to you by M-Link Sports and Entertainment. Greg Campbell bringing you through Friday night's action. After the Lady Mountaineers fell hard to the Lady Condors, the men trying to make up for it and split the evening. Masaka has it. So right off the right hand, he's going to get a charge called. Waiting for him that entire time, Abonze. A pair of substitutions coming up for both sides. So Lennox is going to check in Terrence Lennox for the first time this evening, as is Malik Richards. Tucker Sutton checking in as well for the Condors, as is Jello Algace, the 6'3" shooting guard out of Windsor. Ball kicked around the world. Sutton has it. Into the post. Nice shot. Algace cuts the lead to 5. Blajon off glass and in. Milos Blajon, 6 points to start this first quarter. Head coach Brian Jonker talked about size being a significant advantage, and so far so good for Milos Blajon, who has 6 so far in the contest. He's getting called on the foul on that one. Agonze will head to the line for 2. Abonze coming into the season, this game averaging 5.7 points per game, a 38% shooter from the free throw line, averaging 7 rebounds a game as well. A 6'2" guard out of Kitchener. Lennox has it. Tried to look for Richards with the no look, got stripped. Sutton has it. Ball moved around right to left. Sutton ends up with it. Pocket left 3 off the rim. Rebound Otong. Dustin Cordero with the ball. Kicks it out to Richard. Richards forces his way into the paint off the left hand. Is going to draw a foul. Algace called for it. So Malik Richards will head to the first time this evening. Comes into the contest averaging 7.3 points per game, shooting 75% from the line. Averaging 5 rebounds as well, while shooting 44% from the field. 2:10 left here in the first quarter at the D-Bar. Mountaineers lead by 8, 18-10. Simic has it. To hand it off. Algace crosses over Lennox. Back to Simic. Simic pull-up jumper. Blajon again with the rebound. Cordero over to Lennox. Back to Cordero. Faked it right. Drives into lane out the left. Stripped on the play. It's going to be off his knee last. Jonathan Lade with the strip on the play. Simic trying to cut down the lead from 8 to potentially 5 or 6. Mac Buckley and his squad trying to find their first win of the year. That's a good way to start. Simic high off glass on the left hand. 0-4 coming into today's contest. Mountaineers not much better. 1-3. Ends up in the hands of Lennox. To Richards. Richards kicks it out. Cordero. A little too strong. Simic looking up court off the outlet pass from Abonze. Wasn't paying attention. It'll be Mountaineers' possession. James McNeil making sure the shot clock's reset. Hands it off to Lennox. A backdoor pass to Otong with a fadeaway jumper. Simic, point for the screen. Tried to look, streaking back doors was Algace. Little miscommunication. Right idea, though, for the Condors. So Cordero is going to stay in the contest. Milos Blajon is going to check out. John Dolmage checking in for the first time this evening. 1:20 left in the first. 6-point lead for the Mountaineers. Lennox, big, high off glass. He's going to head to the charity stripe lane with the reach-in. They're going to call actually Algace on the play. So Terrence Lennox with the strong move off the right hand, spin to the left, forces his way into the lane, He'll head to the charity stripe for the first time this evening. Shooting 50% from the line, 100% so far on this trip. 14.5 points per game he averages, as well as 5 rebounds and 2 assists. So Terrence Lennox extends the lead to 8. 1:10 left here in the first quarter. Mountaineers try to move to 2-3 on the season. OCA men's basketball action being brought to you by M-Link Sports and Entertainment. Nice backdoor cut on the play. Sutton fighting his teammate at Algasse. Lennox, nice little crossover. Tried to find Richards streaking to the net. Landed on the floor. And a turnover called on the play by Steve Foxcroft. Algasse. Trying to find a Bonze. Cordero almost with the strip. Top pass underneath. Beautiful finish. Lane to Bonze. And the lead is 4. 12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Cordero left wing 3 off the front rim. See his first significant action of the season. Dolmage with the miss. Goes up again. Misses again. Secures the 3rd rebound. So we're going to call a push-off on the play. Dustin Cordero is going to get called with it. The 6-foot guard out of Bishop Tonus, based in Ancaster. So shot clock turned off. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Last possession, presumably, for the Condors. Ball's going to be kicked to the left corner. Going to be adjusting. Mid-air shot is missed on the play by Woders. Rebound to Bonze. 1.5 seconds. They're not going to bother for a shot opportunity. And that signals the end of the first. Fossa Bonze with the finishing touches as the Condors have come back into this game trailing by as much as 9, a 9-0 run by Mohawk to begin this contest. And now the Condors are within 2. 20-18 the score after 1. For Matt Buckley and his squad, the key to this game, he said, win the battle on the boards. He wanted them to get touches in the post and a lot of high percentage shots. And on the defensive side, he said, force difficult shots for the Mountaineers. And so far, the shots have come fairly easy for Brian Jonker and his squad. They've actually used the size advantage that Jonker spoke about to me before the game to their advantage. And they've outscored them significantly in the paint to this point. Abadze, one of the focal points so far in this offense for the Condors. Coming into the contest, just averaging over a hair of 6 points a game. Civic as well, one of the leaders on this team. 12 points a game, shooting 39% from the field. For Brian Jonker and his squad, we've seen pretty much the bench already emptied at this point. A lot of young guys getting action on the court. They are the youngest team in the OCAA to this point. Milos Blajan leads the way, 10 points and 4 rebounds. And Kunjo Masuka has 5 points and 4 rebounds. And looking at the other side, Abanze and Jody Brown lead the scoring with 6 points apiece for the Condors. Mohawk shooting 36% in that first quarter compared to 45% for the visitors. Both teams committing 4 turnovers in that first quarter. So Case will begin in the backcourt to start this second quarter alongside Ricky Morrison. There's a good start. Masuka leading exactly where he began the first quarter, finishing at the rim. Abanze into the lane. That's blocked. Dolmage with the block. Rebound. He secures the rebound. He's fighting off on the play. Lane. So Jonathan Lane tried to go in for it at the end there. Dolmage with the strong rebound. Cudjoe is going to check to the top. Foster dumps it off to him. Cudjoe with the fadeaway. Dolmich fight for the rebound. Again gets it. Ball tipped around. Cudjoe almost into the scores table. They're going to call it off a Condor's fingertip last. 10 on the shot clock, 9:20 on the game clock. 9:21 to be exact. Case is going to get the inbound, matched up with Simic. Going to try to switch off. Cudjoe, 2 on the shot clock, trying to hit backdoor Morrison, forced up the shot. Nice little Euro step on the play. Abadze. There's a Godze on that play. Lane almost reading the pass on that play. Case matched up with Simic. He's going to get the screen from Foster. To use it, switch off on the play. Kicks out to Foster, right wing 3. Rebound Lane. Lane, triple team. Gets it over to Bonze. Back to Lane. Lane matched up with Case. Little hot potato. Ends up with Simic. Simic tries to skip it across the pond off a Mountaineer's hand. Looking for Parker Mills, their 6'4" wing guard out of Surrey, BC in his second year of eligibility. Wouters to Simic. Matched up with Foster. Simic over to Bonze. Matched up with Morrison. Shuffled the feet. Easy call for official Georgia Riznita. Ifasa Bonze sporting the bright blue shoes. Really stands out on the court. Beautiful move by Case. 6-foot guard out of St. Michael's, playing out of Brampton his second year. Case made a case for himself in that first contest after sitting out the entire preseason and the opening contest of the season. Morrison matched up with Lanes. He's going to let him shoot. Long rebound off the hands of Case. 14 on the shot clock, 7:50 on the game clock. Lane's going to swing it over to Wouters. To Abonze. Rajan with the strip, back into the hands of Abonze. Ball moved around, pocket left corner. Parker Mills. Ooh, looking like Patty Mills on that one. Pocket left corner 3. Nothing but net. Otong with the fadeaway. That's too strong. Abonze with the rebound. Condors only down by 1 after trailing by 9 in the first quarter. 3-on-1 the other way. Case being held by Simic on the play. Simic does the smart thing and reaches in. Matt Buckley asking for an explanation on that call. Georgia Riznita telling him that there was no play on the ball, so they're going to call a clear path foul. So Aaron Case will head to the line, and then the Mountaineers will have possession basically just above the free throw line extended. Aaron Case with 8 points, averaging 8 points a game so far, shooting 60% from the line. Averages 2 rebounds and 2 steals a game. The old saying, the ball don't lie. A break for Matt Buckley and his squad. 7:14 left here in the first half. Mountaineers lead by 1. After leading by 9 to begin this contest, Condors slowly started chipping into their lead. Mohawk looking to pick up its second win of the year, drop only 1 game above 500. Conestoga looking for its first victory of the year. 0-4 on the season. Playing tough here early on. Abadze. Fake the pass and too strong on the shot. Morrison rebound. Match up with Abadze. Over to Case. Case low crossover. Lane had it stripped it. Abadze 2-0 on the other end with Ricky Morrison with the slap and one. Afasa Abadze takes the contact from Ricky Morrison, bullies his way into the paint, and he'll head to the line for one. Abadze coming in to this game averaging just under 6 points per game, shoots only 38% from the line. That'll help though, an offensive rebound. As Case actually ends up with a steal by Lane. Pocket left corner, Mills. Too strong, Lane tips it again to Abadze. First lead of the game for the Condors. After being down by as much as 9 to open this contest, lead by 3, 6:10 left in the first half. 27-24, Conestoga. OCA men's basketball action being brought to you by M-Link Sports and Entertainment here at the D-Bark on your Friday evening. Greg Campbell bringing you through the action here at the D-Bark. Patty Mills with a get that out of here, says Milos Blajan. Don't even think about it. Mills had an opportunity, couldn't convert. Otong gets it. Changing his pace behind the back. Takes a screen from Case. Sets it back out to Case, matched up with Lane. Simic and Otong. Into Blajan. Sizes him up. Up and in! Milos Blajan, 6 points in the opening quarter. Has a pair here in the second. Had 10 points to be exact after 1 quarter and 4 points. Had a streak of 6 at one point on his own. We get a timeout on the floor. It's going to be called by Brian Jonker. The Mohawk will head back to the charity stripe after the timeout. So the Condors, a 1-point lead, and Brian Jonker getting an opportunity to talk with his squad right now. As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, keys to the game for his team. They want to limit the turnovers, and so far it's been so good. They're tied with Conestoga with 4 turnovers apiece, so they're not losing that battle yet. He said they had to use their size, and basically because this is as big as a home game as you can get early on in the season, he doesn't want his team dropping any more home contests. They can't afford it, quite frankly, at this point. He said being young is an excuse for only so long. On the other side, Matt Buckley and his squad trying to find their first win on the season. They talked about winning the battle on the boards. Well, the rebounding totals right now for either side, it's actually Mohawk that holds a significant advantage, 17-9 after 1 quarter. But a couple of tip drills in this second quarter, particularly by Jonathan Lane, as if he's playing volleyball or hockey. He's gotten those tips over. Second opportunities have been converted. So Milos Blajan will go back to where he was before the timeout for 1. Averaging just under 14 points per game and shooting 42% from the field, a 70% free throw shooter. Pocket right corner shot missed by Brown. Masuka with the rebound. Masuka is going to drop it in. Blajan skips it to Case. Case going to bully his way. Tried to kick that out to Foster. Thought he was going to cut back door.
Hey, guys, look at where they are.
So basically, that was a 1-2-1-1 press. Mills misses after starting out with a 3. He's gone 0-2 from that spot since. Kudjo. He's going to hand it off to Foster. Foster is going to draw contact over to Case. Case dumps it into Milos. Bounce pass underneath. Kudjo Masuka. Shot missed. Ball fumbled. Blajan with the rebound. Out to Otong. off the front rim. Brown. Mills. Mills gets Otong thinking. Kicks out to Sutton. Touch pass over to Simic out of bounds. Tucker Sutton with the pass. Tried to get it over to his teammate. And Stefan Simic, the 5'11 guard out of Kitchener. Substitution. Jonathan Lane's going to check back in, the 6-foot guard out of Toronto. Lennox back into the game for the Mountaineers. Case to skip it over on Tong. No one has him. Sutton. Outlet. Silla. No look pass intended on the play for Brown. Read and picked off by Mlajon behind the back. Milos Mlajon with the small man handles for a big man. 4:05 left here in the first half. Mohawk trails by 1. 16 on the shot clock. Case just take the screen from Otong. He's going to use it. Back over to Otong. Tipped. Getting his hands in on the play, Jody Brown. Abonze. Strips. Mlajon on the play. Lane's got it. Sutton. Stripped by Masaka. Go on, bounce pass. Handoff, Lennox. Adjustment midair. Masaka with the tip in. Lead back to 1 for the Mountaineers, who trailed by as much as 3. Drawing the charge on the play, Aaron Case. Brian Jonker, a couple of games ago, told me that having him back, Aaron Case, was one of the best things defensively for this team. He said he can handle the offense and bring the ball up. He's a true point guard. Defensively, he's a huge step up for this team. Case bounces it underneath, reverse layup. Cudjoe again. Full court press. Could be worked. Working its magic. Turnover. Last shot into the lane. That look says it all. The Mountaineers defending home court. Milos Mlajon just inside the free throw line. He's got the crowd on its feet a couple times here at the D-Bark on your Friday evening. 3:03 left in the first half. Mohawk leads by 5, 32-27. Brian Jonker's got to be happy with the response of his team in this contest. Moving the ball around, moving it efficiently. And Cudjoe Masaka, as well as Milos Mlajon, are a two-man wrecking crew at this point to the Condors. And for Matt Buckley and his squad, after storming back from a 9-point deficit and taking the lead briefly for a 3-point lead, they now trail by 5. We've seen a lot of Mountaineers at this point also see action in this contest that we're not used to seeing early on. Ricky Morrison, the 6'2 guard out of Southfleet, Ontario, has already made his mark. Dustin Cordero, the 6-foot guard out of Bishop Tonus, first year has made his mark. And John Dolmage, who usually comes in slightly later, has also been in. Lane, he's going to get double teamed. The gamble pays off. Outlet, Case, coast-to-coast left-hand finger roll. Unexpected out of the timeout, a double team. They're going to try it again. Otong disrupts it. Mills skips it over to Lane. Lane trying to get by Otong, not going to work. Skips it across the pond, picked off. Never mind. And converting on the other end, a nice little take by Jody Brown. Masaka. Match up with Mills to Mlajon. Match up with Sutton. Size advantage. Are they going to use him? There's a little backdoor pass. Over the back pass, Cudjoe Masaka. Milos Mlajon converts. Going high off glass, second basket in a row, Jody Brown. They'll track meet, Otong, deep three, oh! Otong so long! 8-point lead Mountaineers, 1:55 left here in the first half. Commotion for the Condors, saved! Milos can't get done the other way, behind the back, no look to Lennox, out to Case. Ryan Jonker says slow it down. Case into the lane, dump off, Lajon foul. We have not seen this from the Mountaineers all year, this efficiency and fluidity on the offensive end. Lajon will head back to the line, averaging 13.8 points per game, shooting 42% from the field, 70% from the line. Averaging 7.5 rebounds a game and almost 3 offensive boards a game, and he's been a factor here early on. The 6'9" forward out of Hamilton, Ontario. 1:39 left here in the first half. 9-point lead for the Mountaineers. Goes 2 of 2 on that trip. Dolmage is going to check back into the game. So that full court press right now, that 1-2-1-1 being implored and executed perfectly so far by the Mountaineers, but broken on that play by the Condors. Mills, sidestep, Euro over Dolmage. Doesn't happen. It's going to be off a Bonze on the play. Matt Buckley right now having a conversation with Steve Foxcroft over the last non-call, arguing that there was a foul on that Euro step. Foxcroft has the last word, and Buckley is resigned to the bench. Lennox. Dribble handoff. Richards matched up with Lane. Look for Foster backdoor to Dolmage. Foster. So blow into the lane. Creates contact. Ball's good, tipped around. Lennox with the second opportunity. Gets Simic looking. Otong off the front rim. Abonze, strong rebound to Simic. Lennox harassing Simic. Double team coming. Splits 2 defenders to Abonze. Kicks it to the corner. Lane off the far side. Richards. Stretch out across the pond to Otong. Tried to save the ball into the hands eventually of Lane. Track meet pick it up. 35 seconds left in this first half. Dolmage had no choice, was beaten on that first step by Simic. Had to hold. Substitution coming for the Condors. Algace is going to check back into the contest. Pending the... So he's going to be subbing out on the play Jonathan. Nope. So a couple of times they thought about substituting someone. It's going to be Jody Brown that's going to check out. Simic heads to the line for 2. Simic on the season, averaging 12 points per game. Makes second as well. Shooting 55% from the line. Timeout called by Matt Buckley. 35 seconds left to go in the first half here at the D-Bark. Exciting contest. Mountaineers lead 41-33. Biggest lead of the game at 9, currently at 8. Condors came back, took the lead briefly. We're up by as much as 3. Mohawk stormed out to a 5-point lead, an 8-point swing in the second quarter. Led by Kajan Masuka as well as Milos Lajon. Lajon had 10 points in that first quarter. Masuka with 5 points and 4 rebounds. Brian Jonker liking what he's seeing from his squad here early on. It's been a maintained effort to this point and a different kind of energy. But for the Condors, we're winless on the season at this point. Milos Lajon, a big reason they might be 0-5 after this contest. A pair of emphatic dunks that have sent the D-Bark into a semi-frenzy. So we'll see what Buckley's got drawn up for his squad coming out of the timeout. Steve Foxcroft is going to be handing it off to Jonathan Lane. Simic's got it. Match up with Otong. Bonze. The crossover damage off the left hand, up and in. Pretty move. Shot clock turned off, 20 on the game clock. Last possession, presumably, for the Mountaineers. Otong's looking for the screen from Foster. They're clear out the entire left side. Richards, Dolmage, Lennox, all on that left side. Foster's going to take the ball from Otong. 4 on the shot clock, / game clock. Otong with a fadeaway jumper. Too strong. But a good first half for Brian Jonker and his squad. Led by 9 early on, they lead by 6 at the half. 41-35 after 20 minutes here on the D-Bark. OCA men's basketball action brought to you by M-League Sports and Entertainment. St. Milo's Blodshot with the dunk early on. Masuka drawing the charge on the play. And Bonze, one of the significant factors so far for the Condors. We've seen time and time again, Bonze trying to drive it into the lane, creating contact on that one for the N1. But it's been multiple times. It's been him the focal point, the points in the paint. And Milos Mlađan, the staple, get that garbage out here. And then the finish on the other end. It's been the defense so far in the hustle play of the Mountaineers, pending that turnover on that play there, that has done the Mountaineers well so far. About 14 minutes from second half action here at the D-Bark. The Mountaineers lead 41-35 after 20 minutes. Back inside the D-Bark here on your Friday evening. Greg Campbell bringing you through play-by-play action of OCA men's basketball as the Mohawk Mountaineers have a lead heading into the second half. They currently lead 41-35, and we're underway here at the D-Bark. Simic's got the ball. He's going to dump it off into Bonze. Bonze shot up and missed. Mlađan with the rebound. Altered the shot in the midair there. Foster to Otong, pocket left 3, in! Otong, so long. Simic's got it. 2-3 zone employed by Brian Jonker's squad. Lane had Case up in the air for a sec, over to Simic, match up. Hard screen by a Bonze. 6 on the shot clock. Simic, right wing 3. Woo, that's pretty rough. Mlađan, over to Otong, skips it over. Deep 3. High pointing the rebound, Simic, who's going to get pushed out of bounds by Foster. Third quarter action here at the D-Bark. The Mohawk Mountaineers have a lead heading into the second half. We haven't been able to say that a lot this year. They lead by 9 with 9 minutes left here in the third quarter. OCA men's basketball action being brought to you by M-League Sports and Entertainment. A Bonze intended for Brown on the play, and an early turnover by the Condors, who can't afford that. Coming in the second half, Milos Mlađan leads away, 18 points, 6 rebounds, shooting 8 of 10 from the field. Kajol Masuka, 11 points and 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Looking at the other end, Afasa Bonze, team high 14 points, 6 rebounds. Jody Brown's got 10 points on 5 of 9 shooting from the field and a pair of rebounds. Rebounding battle a little closer than it was in the first quarter. Mohawk only 6 more rebounds than the Conestoga Condors. Mohawk shooting 30, just under 40% in that first half. Condors shooting 42% from the field, going 16 of 38. Matt Buckley and his squad try to get their first win of the year. They're going to have to do something the Mountaineers know all too well, which is play from a deficit. Lane's guy tried to move Foster, jab step to Bonze. He should have looked for an open shot, deferred. So Case is going to get called for trying to move his way through the set screen by the Condors. Aaron Case, one of the fulcrums of the Mountaineers defense. Bonze, match up with Foster, hand off to Simic, who's now with Foster. Moving him around. Ends up in the hands, deep three on the left side, hits the front rim for Brown. Suka's got it. He'll bounce to his step, why not? Second on the team in scoring this game. Foster! Lead stretch to 14, 7:20 left here in the third quarter. Mohawk, biggest lead of the game, 14 points. Lane to Mills. To Lane. Trying to drive into the lane, kicks it out to Simic. Matched up with Case, one on the shot clock, he's gotta get a shot off. Barely gets it off. Launch out with the rebound. Brian Jonker yelling, go. Here comes the pace. Masuka. Tried no looking into Lajon, turnover. Lane. Bounce pass to Bonze, too far in front of him. Turnover for the Condors. Pair of substitutions coming in. Algasse is going to make his first entrance in the third quarter, as does Tucker Sutton. Algasse we saw a lot of in that first quarter. Since then has been kind of steady as they go. Otong over Simic. That's money. Extension of Emmanuel Otong, just a little too tall on that play. Oh, behind the back! That's converted by Aaron Case. Emmanuel Otong, a little motion. And yes, why not? Coming out of the half, the Mountaineers' strong play continues, and they now lead by 18, 53-35 here at the D-Bar. Something that Brian Jonker hasn't had a lot of opportunities to do with his young squad this year, and is play ahead. They're not chasing, they're leading in this contest. For Matt Buckley and his squad, they know the feeling of, being down in the game all too well. 0-4 coming into today's contest. The Mountaineers 1-3, and Brian Jonker looking to push that to 2 wins with a win here on your Friday night. But you gotta like the hustle plays and the ball movement, quite frankly, of the Mountaineers. We haven't seen this all year. It's a team that is loose and free-flowing in their offense right now. And it's as dangerous as we've seen them to this point. They're not worried about coming back in the game. They're not too choosy with their shots right now because they have to think about efficient shots. They're playing relaxed, they're playing composed, and quite frankly, they're playing more aggressive than we've seen all year. They've got a 2-2-1 full court press going. It's gonna work. Lane to the opposite lane, right into the hands of official Steve Foxcroft. Little piece of knowledge for you folks. Steve Foxcroft, one of the sons of Ron Foxcroft, who makes the Fox 40 whistles that most officials you see around the world are using. And Steve actually is a linesman, or a chain guy we'll call him, in the NFL, and he's been doing it with the Bills for over 26 years. So he was at that contest last Monday night between the Bills and the Patriots on Monday Night Football. What a scene that must be. Being that close and personal to superstar athletes, it must be amazing. His brother as well is a official for the CFL, and he'll be doing, I'm not sure which game it is this weekend, but he'll be doing one of the games in terms of the Eastern or Western Conference semifinal. So a little family history here at the D-Bar. Mountaineers trying to make quick work and write their names in the history book on this date as they try and push their win total to 2 on the year. Sutton He's gonna try and Euro step past Case. He's gonna push his way in. Mlajon, get out here. Cleaning up the rebound on the play is Sutton, up and in. Well, too many opportunities for the Condors. They make them pay. Asuka, not sure for the Bonze. Too far over the head of Otong. Simic, it's going to come the other way. They trail by 16. 5:15 left in the third quarter. 53-37. Aaron Case is going to get called on the foul. Simic will head to the line. Simic coming into the game this year, averaging 12 points per game. Again, a 55% free throw shooter. And in that first half, only 1 of 5 from the field for 4 points and 2 rebounds. Had a team high 5 turnovers, so as many points, more turnovers actually than points. Mlajon on a high point of the rebound, almost got stripped. Lennox. Nice spin move to Mlajon, matched up with Sutton. Lennox tried to seal on the inside, and instead it's in the hands of Otong, matched up with Simic. Should body him down. Kicks it out, Lennox. Right wing 3 with the left hand, shot missed, tip passed out by Mlajon. Sutton's got it. Algase. Simic. To reset the offense. Try to look for lane. Comes up with Sutton. Touch pass to Algase. Pocket left corner 3. Far and away for Waters. 4:20 left in the third. 15-point lead, Mountaineers. Waters, Euro step over Otong. Mlajon again with the rebound. Had 18 points and 6 rebounds in the first half alone. Case bounce pass into Richards. Secures his own rebound, ball fumbled, and it's going to be out of bounds. Malik Richards trying to go up for that second chance opportunity, lost sight of the ball. It's going to be in the hands of the Condors. Again, that full court press is relentless right now for Brian Jonker and his squad, but why not? It's worked to this point. 13 turnovers to be exact by the Condors entering the third quarter. Under 4 minutes left in the third. Simic kicks it out. Silla. Silla trying to size up his man. To Algase. There's Silla. Rain into the waiting bread basket. Emilio's Mlajon. Robert Harrison almost lost the ball on that play. Otong's got it. Over to Richards. Around the world. Lennox. Richards. Creates contest, steps back. Partially blocked on the play into the hands of Lennox. Lennox up against Sutton. And Tucker Sutton will be called for the foul, the 6'4" forward out of Kitchener, Ontario. Terrence Lennox will head to the line. The team's third leading scorer, averaging 14.5 points per game, shooting 60% from the line and 45% from the field. Just a single shot attempt in that first half there, but was a perfect 2-2 on the line until he missed that last shot there. The Hamilton, Ontario product. Seeing significant action here. So miscommunication by the Condors. So we're seeing a flip in the script here in the APM contest. It's the Lady Mountaineers that were a bit confused and dazed in their contest against the Condors. And we're seeing the opposite hold true here. Right now the Mountaineers a steady lead, 15 to be exact, with 3:05 left here in the third quarter. Lex is trying to extend it to the hands of Richards on the rebound, or of Harrison. Sukov with the miss. Secures his own rebound into the waiting hands on the turnover to Waters. Waters almost stripped on the play. Algasse with the rebound. Oh my goodness. Ran out of gas literally on that play, folks. Wide open opportunity. Thought the defender was going to come back up to challenge the ball. Mistimed his shot. By the time he got it off, it was off the front rim. Abonze is going to check back into the contest. Silla is out. Matt Buckley and the squad trying to avoid an 0-5 start to the OCA men's basketball season. Third quarter action being brought to you by Emling Sports and Entertainment. Deep three getting in on the party this evening. Robert Harrison, the 6'1 guard out of St. Thomas More. Bonze trying to bully his way over and gets it to Sutton, back in his hands. Matchup with Masuka. Sutton right side three. Harrison rebound. Masuka. Cudjoe's going to slow it down to Lennox. Into the corner. To Dolmage, who just checked in. John Dolmage, the Brantford North Park product in his 4th year. Everyone's bringing something to the party here at the D-Bark on your Friday evening. A 20-point lead for the Mountaineers, their largest of the game, with 1:35 left here in the third. Masuka's eyes are looking left the entire time. He's going to find Harrison, pocket left, three. Almost into the hands, ends up in the Mountaineers. Masuka kicks a pocket right corner, just out of the reach of Terrence Lennox. Jonathan Lane is going to check back into the contest, as does Jody Brown. Luke Walters out, and Tucker Sutton. Haven't seen Brian Jonker use a lot of substitutions here in this third quarter. Abonze got Dolmage on a string and up and in. Crossover very low to the floor on that one. Got Dolmage dancing a little the wrong direction. Masuka inside. Ends up in his hands again. A high point rebound by the Condors as Abonze hits the floor. Simic, the power left hand, reaching, no foul on the floor. Interesting. Be careful, I'm not sure. Buckley might get a tech at one point. So if we, right now, Matt Buckley is talking to official Georgia Riznita, saying that there was a foul. She said he created the contact on that last no call. There's a foul. And that's as quick as a makeup call as we'll see. Algasse will head to the line, the first-year shooting guard, 6'3", out of Windsor, Ontario. Comes in averaging 4.3 points a game, shooting 75% from the line. And 2.5 rebounds. Dolmage tried to get that over to Masuka, didn't work. Bounce pass into the lane, and Jody Brown with the easy convert. Three on the shot clock, off the foot of Harrison to force up a prayer. No foul, no harm. So the Mohawk Mountaineers came into the third quarter with a 16-point lead. It's only shrunk by 2. They lead 58-44 after 3. The Mountaineers coming into the game with a 1-3 record and are looking to push it to 2-3 and get that home court win that head coach Brian Jonker said they so badly needed. Before the game, he was saying, you know, that they can't frankly afford to lose any more home contests and give them away. And mind you, one was a nail biter against Fanshawe the other week. I mean, that was a toss-up. For Matt Buckley and his squad, They've got 10 minutes. They've got to figure it out if they want to avoid going to 0-5 to start the season. One thing you haven't seen from either side is a drop in energy at any single point. Mind you, the game before this, a little different in terms of the circumstances, but the hustle plays have been phenomenal from both sides. Leading after 3 quarters, Milos Mlađan, the Tim Hortons old-fashioned double-double, 12 points and 11 rebounds. And joining him on that Tim's run, Kanjo Masuka, 11 points and 10 rebounds and 5 assists. 13 leading scorer Emmanuel Otong, who's usually a focal point in this offense, 3-11 for the game. You see the ball movement. Harrison getting in on the action. Has been a fluid offense to say the least. Dolmage has just been scoring by multitude so far for the Mountaineers. Leading scorer right now, Abanze, 16 points, 9 rebounds, but also 4 turnovers, scoring 8 of 11 from the field. Jody Brown, 12 points, 6 of 11 shooting from the field, 0 of 3 from the land beyond. Ricky Morrison with the deep 3 miss. Simic, Abanze blows by Morrison, who just frequently just puts his hands out as if we're playing British Bulldog on that play. Ricky Morrison beat defensively. Brown's going to inbound it. Nice bounce pass inside the lane. Abanze up and in. That's the start you want for Matt Buckley. Lead is 12. 9:20 left here in the 4th. Mohawks held this lead from the start. Only faltered for a couple moments. We're down by 3, but led on a 9-0 run to begin this contest. So back-to-back empty possession by the Mountaineers. Lane. Algassi. Simic. Nice scoop pass underneath. Abanze tried to clean it up, couldn't finish. Simic, the wraparound, there's no foul. Finally. Steve Foxcroft with the call. Simic wrapped around Dolmage on that play. And no, they weren't attached at the hip or super glued. He was hanging on for dear life, and a foul was called. Morrison to lane off the right hand. He's going to get hit hard, and he'll head to the line. So Ricky Morrison with an open lane takes the contact, draws the foul. The 6'2" guard out of Salt Fleet. Coming into the game, only averaging a half point a game. That is over his season average right there. It was 0 of 1 through 3 quarters. Simic takes a screen from Bonze, drops into the lane. So kick it back out to him. Match up with Morrison. Over to Brown. Brown deep 3. Foster coast to coast. Mlađan with the tip in. The size of the Mountaineers, too big right now for the Condors. Trail by 15. Tong behind the back. He's going to get stripped by Brown on the play. Let's see the sizing up competition. He's going to wait. Brown wins that matchup. Otong wants it the other way. Emmanuel Otong into the lane. So Emmanuel Otong, the team's leading scorer on the season, shooting 80% from the free throw line, averaging 20 points per game, shooting 38% from the field, and averaging close to a double-double, averaging 8.5 rebounds a game. Trying to size up his man on that one-on-one on the last play, and Brown mistimed the block attempt. calls for the ball back the other way. That's what scorers love doing. And he's going to earn a trip to the line. 7:49 left here in the fourth. The lead is 14 for the Mountaineers. Led by 14 heading into the fourth. Manuel Otong, only 3 points through 3. Not used to saying that one, but gets a couple there. Had 17 points in their last contest, but so far he hasn't been needed to this point. It's been the size of the Mountaineers and scoring by committee. Morrison, the turnover. Simic, 2-on-1 the other way. It's going to skip it over. Deep right wing three, that's made. Brown with the deep three. Jody Brown, the 6'3" product out of Kitchener, trying to get the Condors back into this contest. They trail by 12. 7:05 left here in the fourth. Case behind the back. Case with the right hand, he's going to be met and fouled. Luke Wolders, the 6'3" guard out of Orangeville with the call, the foul. Brown's going to check out. Simic's going to check out. Aaron Case heads back to the line. .60% free throw shooter, makes good on his first, averaging 8 points a game, shooting 67% from the field. Ball is going to be tipped around like pinata into the hands of Masuka. The Foster. Foster into the lane. That's an and one. Foster gets the defender sitting in the lane. The slide. Right now, Matt Buckley conferring with officials. They're going to say continuing motion on the shot attempt. So Foster will head to the line for the old-fashioned and one. Foster, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field, coming into the fourth. Lane, Kabonze, Wolders. Turnaround, Jay, too strong. Kabonze fighting for it. Just seal off Masuka on the play. He's holding his tongue. Foul's gonna be underneath the rim. Shot clock reset to 14, 6:40 on the game clock. Mountaineers, 15-point lead. Doing their job, as Brian Jonker stated before the contest, in defending home court. Nothing but that, Algasse. Case, matched up with the lane, over to Foster. Tried to get inside, stepped in and get it. Back to Case, into the post. Masuka, will look past Mlajon. Reverse the layup. Fumbled it around, out of bounds. So back to the full court press. Do the Mountaineers go? Will it work? Nobody knows. Not this time. Lane. Front rim. Case. 4-on-2 the other way. Touch pass to Otong. Otong up, tried to get the foul. Milos with the cleanup. Doing a garbage pickup on that low. Milos Mlajon. He's been in and around the rim all evening long. The team's leading scorer through 3 with 20 and 11 rebounds and a timeout on the floor. 5:50 left here in the fourth. 68-54 the lead for the Mountaineers. Friday night men's OCAA men's basketball action being brought to you by Emling Sports and Entertainment. Greg Campbell bringing you through the play-by-play action here at the D-Bark. as Brian Jonker and his squad looking to improve to 2-3 on the year, and so far they've done a great job. They've led after every single quarter. They only trailed by as much as 3, a very manageable amount to say the least if you're a coach. That's just a single possession. For Matt Buckley and his squad, they got to buckle down and they got to find some sort of answer in the last 5:50 here in the game. They wanted to avoid that 0-5 start. Well, they're going to have to find a way to pull one out here at the D-Bar. The size of the Mountaineers towering over the Condors at this point. They've held the rebounding advantage 44-35 through 3. They've won the assist game in terms of moving the ball around, 14 assists compared to just 4 for the Condors. And quite frankly, they've created the hardest shots on the defensive end. Suka's going to end up with the ball on the floor. Ball tipped around. Lajon's got it. 3-on-1. Milos Lajon! And again, another turnover. Lennox. He's got it matched up with Lane. Finds Milos again. Adjustment air to Sutton. Tippin! Masuka. Masuka with the follow-up on the Milos Mlajon miss, the team's 2 leading scorers in this game, making work of transition on that play. We're going to have a rare break in the action where the floor actually needs to be swept or adjusted of some sort. So the event's crew will come out here at the D-Bar. You see that more so in volleyball contests than you really do at basketball games. Kajo Masuka, Milos Mlajon leading the way, a formidable 1-2 punch here on your Friday evening. Mountaineers extending that lead back up to 18. 5:15 left here in the 4th. The Simic and crew have an answer. Bounce pass in, Sutton from Abanze. Lennox the other way. The Foster straightaway 3. Matt Foster from the land beyond. Abanze. Double team gives it back to Simic. Simic, one-hand floor blocked. Masuka, outlet, Otong. Oh! Emmanuel Otong, and that might be so long for the Conestoga Condors. Abanze is going to skip out to Lane. Sutton. They'll pass inside. Abanze with the finish. 4:20 left in the game. 19-point lead, 77-58. Milos! You can see it in the pace of play for the Condors right now, feeling the tempo of the Mountaineers. They're a little gassed at this point. Short is shot. Shot is short. I'm getting a little tired from the pace of play too, apparently. Lennox gonna get tripped on the plate by Sutton. Tucker Sutton with his hands up. He's gonna get subbed out. So bonus situation means Lennox will head to the line for 2. Terrence Lennox, 14.5 points per game. Only 2 coming into this 3rd quarter, 0-3 from the field. But he hasn't been asked to do a lot of the scoring. 1 of 2 on that trip. Otong with the offensive rebound. No reach. Emmanuel Otong with the spin move. Matt Buckley might get a technical at one point. Officials being super laxed with him right now. Kajo Masuka's going to get called for contact to the head. Steve Foxcroft issuing a warning right now to Matt Buckley. Bonze will head back to the line. Team high 16 points coming into the fourth. Sporting those ocean blue sneakers. I've not seen those before. They're probably going to be feeling blue on their trip home if they don't figure out a way in the last 3:30 here at the D-Bar. Lennox zero step with the left hand adjust. Uncontested again. Simic is going to try to respond high off glass. That was tipped partially by Mlajon. Still finds the back of the twine. Cudgel. Power dribble. Avoids the double. They find backdoor Foster. Oh my goodness. Matt Foster with the golden opportunity on that play. Broken coverage. Some laughs and smiles for the Mountaineers right now. Why not? A 19-point lead, a 21-point lead to be exact. Kajul Masuka is going to check out of this contest. Malik Richards back in. 2-3 zone being played fairly high. We're going to drop are the Mountaineers. Civic's going to force his way into Bonze. Power dribble out of bounds. And it's been miscommunication here by the Condors. Checking into the game, Hugh Weichel, the 6-foot guard out of Southampton in his first year for the Condors. Weichel's got it. Bonze. Bonze is going to try to size up both defenders. Tip on the play and followed in. Otong. Ooh, pull up. Emmanuel Otong front rim. Simic. He's looking for Brown. It's in the hands of his teammate. That's a straightaway three. Weichel on the right wing, uncontested. So Hugh Weichel with a quick 5 points. Lead is 17. 2 minutes left here in the fourth. Milos Mlajon is going to use the size. Not able to convert. Coast to coast. Oh, up and out. Jody Brown. And he's hearing it here from the folks at the D-Bar. Emmanuel Otong, the Mohawk Mountaineers, trying to put the finishing touches on a formidable performance here on your Friday evening. Foster gonna send Conestoga back to their homes on that one. Sean Gordon in the game as well right now for the Condors. Bonze off the left hand, that's blocked. Milos in. Terrence Lennox falls on the floor there. He's going to get help up from Foster. 1:26 left here in the fourth. Mountaineers putting the finishing touches. 20-point lead. Bonze is going to check out. Luke Wolders is going to check in. Lennox is going to check out. Robert Harrison checks in. Milos Mlajon's night is done as well. Shot clock's gonna be reset to 20. So 1:26 left here. The outcome seems inevitable. Can the Mountaineers hold up? Tong picked up the dribble over to Foster. Foster Otong. Otong. So long, Conestoga. The Condors getting run out of the D-Bar here late in the fourth. Bounce pass to the inside, ends back out to Wolders was the intended target. So 10 on the shot clock. Under a minute left officially in this contest. Manuel Otong's going to check out, as is Matt Foster. Dolmage is back in, as is Dustin Cordiero. Richards. strip on the play. Brown the other way, off the glass. Noah Worth, the 6'7" forward out Burlington, Ontario, playing his ball. Assumption is in as well. Oh, pretty little touch and go. Seems like a little scrimmage out here now for the Mountaineers. Richards and Dolmage on the connection on that one. 24 seconds left in this contest. So Mountaineers should be able to run out the clock should they get the ball in. Hustling on the play, almost coming up with it is Wouters. Open left, side three, misses completely. North with the rebound. Worth with the rebound. And Dustin Cordero is gonna dribble this one out. 3 on the game clock. And the buzzer will go. Mohawk wins, Mohawk wins, Mohawk wins. The Mountaineers defend home court here on your Friday evening, and they walk away with a 90-69 victory over the Conestoga Condors. Milos Mlajan and Kunjo Masuka, two of the key forces in the home court win for Brian Jonker and his squad. Emmanuel Otong, normally a focal point in this offense, had to play third fiddle, and that's okay because they got the scoring by committee they needed. Mountaineers, plenty of guys saw action on the court today. Everyone contributed. The energy was up the whole time, and the hustle was up the whole time. The Condors with the loss. Unfortunately, if you're Matt Buckle in your squad, could not buckle down in the fourth quarter or in this contest, could never regain consciousness after only leading by 3 at one point. They dropped their 5th straight and now sit at 0-5 on the year. Matt Foster, one of many Mountaineers making an impact, and Milos Mlajan with the finishing touches on the Condors' evening. Mountaineers could hit it from the inside, they could have hit it from the outside, and it was just all according to plan for Brian Jonker and his squad. See the stretch outlet to Otong with a high point finish, and it was a night of highlights to say the least. The Mountaineers head home with a victory here this evening. Next Friday night, they'll be in action at St. Clair, trying to wrap up and finish at 500 through 6 games on the season. Greg Campbell bringing you through the play-by-play action here at the D-Bark, and the Mountaineers win on your Friday evening. Thank you for tuning in.